Knucklez one. So
getting
playing.
a pause on that.
All right. So, Mercedes, what I want you to do is we will
yes.
be introducing you, but I don't want you to say anything until I say your name.
As Knucklez.
Knucklez.
Not Mercedes.
Can't have the legals out there.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Welcome back to the We Digress podcast.
Oh yeah,
Come one, come all.
Yes.
I am your host, Kendall Miller.
And I am Jason Taylor.
How you feeling, Jace?
Man, I'm feeling great. How about yourself, bro?
Man, living it large, living it good. But you know who else is living it large, living it good?
Talk about it.
I got a man right across from me
Look like 50 grand.
that I truly believe is the smartest person I know.
That is one heck of a compliment, bro.
Hey,
How
that's top tier right there.
Introduce your man, bro. Introduce your man.
Amen. Come one, come all. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies.
Please rise.
Your boy Knucklez is in the house.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
That's the most intelligent introduction I've ever heard.
How'd that feel? How was that introduction? Did it feel good for you?
It felt right at the time. It felt like it flowed and it went with the introduction. So I got a professional and articulate introduction, so I would respond to that in the manner in which I was introduced.
Whoa.
Did that feel like a freestyle?
I felt like that would have nailed any interview.
Yo.
Ever.
I know why you got your job.
Right. Man could get in a job like that.
Thank you.
I fell into a trance. I'm not gonna lie to you,
dude. I wanted to hear you keep talking, man. That was amazing.
Well, that's what we got 44 other minutes of.
That's
so. All right, Knucklez.
I'm glad you guys invited me here.
You were for sure gonna be my first guest.
And I just had to meet you. He kept talking about you, saying you were the smartest man he knew.
The smartest.
And I thought I was, I thought I didn't know someone could outdo me.
Oh,
right.
Well, you should have known that from the start.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I was gonna lose my place.
There's a lot of smarter people out here.
Yeah, it's enough smarts to go around, I believe. The pleasure's all mine. The pleasure is all mine for even being.
Oh yeah.
Just invited to
it's a blessing.
grace the presence.
Yeah, for sure.
These top tier intelligent young men.
Oh, thank you.
Hold
Appreciate
on.
That.
That's just
Appreciate
nice.
that. The humility, man.
The
humility.
You must have modesty in this business, in this game. You can be you can have a lot of confidence, but modesty goes right along with it.
Right.
Wise words.
You always gotta have a little bit of humbleness.
You've done this like before. I know you said you're what was it called?
I'm a producer.
A producer, yes.
I'm a artist in its totality. So yeah, I've been on the mic before. And literally my whole life. My dad was a producer. He had a studio in his house, like a real studio. He was a carpenter as well as like a musician. He was a pianist, and he built the whole thing. So I've been like on the mic since I was like 2 or 3. He'll bring me in the studio and just like write stuff for me.
So this is like your niche. This is where you're drawn to.
Yeah, one of them. Like I'm a man of many hats, but I try to focus on each task at hand. But I do have a lot of qualities. I don't want to just brag, but I have like a lot of qualities.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk.
A carpenter and a pianist is a great combination to be as a person.
Yeah.
Because like if I want to play something nice in a nice place, I'll just build it. I just thought that was great.
Yeah, the acoustics in there were just, man, I don't know where he got his carpenter skills from. Because, he was I know this might be, he was like a mason. So I didn't find that out until I was, God rest his soul, rest in peace. I didn't find that out until I was grown. Then my mother told me, he was like, so, Masons have a little.
My dad's a mason.
Right.
He builds everything.
Yeah, like I don't know where they get this. They get bestowed on with this building.
Is that what they had to do
gift.
to become Masons? Because look, my dad was all. I don't even know if I could be saying this. My dad was always like, "There's a lot of stuff that we did in the Masons to become Masons."
Right.
And I was like, "What'd y'all do?" And he was like, "I can't tell you."
With
like
shop classes.
Like they are like sworn to secrecy by death.
Yeah.
He has never told me. He's always, since I was little, been like,
Right.
"I want you to become a Mason."
Right.
And I was like, "Well, what do y'all do to become one?"
Can't tell you.
Can't tell
Figure
you.
it out, son.
I have
Figure
to
it
kill
out.
you.
So maybe they had to build a house.
Yeah, that might be one of the initiation rituals that
one of those hazing.
But
things,
you just have to guess that's what it is, you know. Be like, I don't know the blueprint to this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and build a house and say I'm a mason.
If two people who know masons were also both handy, those both masons were very handy.
Right.
Okay.
They probably had to build something to become masons.
I mean, go
What
for
are
it.
the odds?
patterns.
Man.
I'm saying what are the odds?
I don't, like he said, I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna do until you get in there. So like it's just jumping into murky waters. Like you don't even know. So you can assume, but like no, scratch that. It's not the house. Is you have to do some other. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where those hazing rituals come in, where you're getting spanked in a basement.
Man,
no.
I don't
While saying rules.
I'm just gonna say it. Hazers are just bullies, man. I'm not going for none of that, bro.
1,000%.
I'm not going for none of that, man.
1,000%.
If I'm new to something, right, I got a passion for it. I'm excited for it. Why do I got to be hazed into getting into this? Why you got to bully me? Why you got to make things so stressful for me? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, no,
I
man.
100% agree.
Not going for that. I don't want to do this no more. They out here shaving my head, man. It took me 3 weeks to get it like this, man. Fresh to death.
Like I'm a freshman in college. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And I'm not allowed in some square.
Right.
I'm not allowed in the place.
Exactly. I gotta walk in the street.
I pay tuition.
Right. I pay for this. I gotta walk on the turf.
You're not gonna tell me where I can't walk because I'm a freshman?
Man, no.
$58,000. Oh, I wish you would tell me I couldn't stand somewhere.
It's kind of like a gang if you look at it.
It is.
Come on now.
It is.
It's a gang.
Talk to me.
An intellectual gang.
Man, I feel bad.
They mask it with brotherhood.
Right.
I mean, like Assassin's Creed.
Man.
Was they not murking people? Were they with the brotherhood? Come on now,
bro. I mean, I haven't played much of Assassin's Creed, but if it's always centered around one dude who can murk plenty of people, that's not the same.
When
man.
they're all trained to murk people, they're just a gang. They're just a very like
skilled
good
gang.
one.
Skilled gang.
Okay,
I mean level 8 gang.
Yeah. I mean, but with the hazers, I'm just saying, man. Imagine little Timmy, right? We still on this little Timmy analogy. Little Timmy,
Timmy's like 18, 19.
Okay, cool. Mid Timmy. He's in college, right? And he's ready, to join a club of sorts, right? He goes and asks the upper freshman. He's like, "Hey, can you help me? I'm new here, woo woo." And then the upperclassman, he's like, "Oh, you're new? I bet. Shave your head, walk on the sidewalk. Don't walk in the street. Don't walk on the sidewalk. You have to eat dirt, all this stuff before you can get into dog food, all that.
You gonna make me eat dog food then call me a brother?
Right. That's crazy.
You gonna make me get on the ground and chomp dog food, man, and then gonna pick me up and said, "All right, we're equal."
I got a question for you guys. Okay, since the hazing does take place, or we assume that it takes place, because a lot of they're gonna deny it, but we assume that it takes place. So how many like resourceful and people that you think they missed out on in not accepting them in the fraternity that would be of value to the fraternity?
Tons. Literally tons.
Like they probably had somebody that could just take their fraternity to the next level, but then they didn't want to do that shit.
And it's really their loss, because I feel like the people who didn't want to be hazed, they have too much self-respect for themselves.
Right. Yes. I'm not gonna let another man beat me to get the same thing I can get on my own.
Exactly. Right. And it's just like, man, I came here with a passion, and you over here telling me I gotta be lesser of myself.
I gotta submit to you.
Exactly. Like,
submit.
Submit. That's the word.
That's a tough cookie.
I'd rather get it myself.
That is a tough cookie to swallow.
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
not.
The submit part, and my pride as a man. I just nah.
And I don't even think it's a pride thing at that point. You just have too much self-respect. I wouldn't mix that with pride. You know what
I know what they're doing. In some sort, if you look at it on the flip side, it's trauma bonding, because it's you have pledgees. It's not just one. So everybody's doing it at that particular time, like the freshman or the sophomore class. So them going through that trauma is bonding them together? Which I guess is saying that's going to cause the brotherhood. It's trauma bonding.
Oh, so the uppers stay as the uppers.
they've already been through the trauma bonding. But now
they've got their own group.
10 other people being spanked and shaved. Yeah. And then next year you're like, yeah, we got spanked and shaved. And like you bonded. You went through something.
Oh, so the upperclassmen or the freshmen that become upperclassmen can bond with the upperclassmen,
right.
being able to train their next freshmen.
Right.
So it's like stairs.
Yeah. It's
like stairs.
Damn, of just never-ending cycle, man.
Damn.
That's like just bonding like-minded individuals based off of their experiences, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that could just be applied to a lot of things. Like school, you know what I'm saying? If there was an actual bullies, you know, people bond together because there's one big bully that bullies everyone else, you know what I'm saying?
Can I say the big one, though?
Talk about it.
But are y'all sure I can say the big one?
Go for it.
Look, man, the Holocaust was a pretty big one. I'm just saying.
Oh, we're getting...
Bro, talk about trauma bonding.
Analytical.
Talk about trauma bonding.
This is going to be a touchy subject.
Oh, my God. I don't know if a producer should be touching these subjects.
Look, you know.
I just threw it out there. I'm throwing up the oop. Whoever wants to, you know, slam it down, go ahead.
I'm not going to speak too much on that, but I can get the metaphor, you know. Like,
I mean, I'm not here to make fun of them.
Well,
right.
I'm just saying, let's... If y'all want to talk on it,
people did rise together based off of a superior person trying to keep them, like you said, submissive, servile, you know?
Right.
So I can see the pattern in that. You know, I was going more day to day kind of thing. You know how people, you could just say, I don't know if y'all seen The Walking Dead. Probably not. But
I've seen the series, a little bit of the series.
Yeah. You know, you get that common motif there all the time.
Yeah. Oh, motif.
Oh yeah,
man.
Like I said,
is that the We Digress word of the day?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The We Digress word of the day.
Graduate school words.
You know,
diploma words.
I paid attention. You know what I'm saying? I paid attention in high school a little bit.
Oh my
Some
God.
things stuck.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay. With the trauma bonding, I don't even cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Like, okay. Why didn't, as African Americans, black, whatever ethnicity you want to call us, why did we have the adverse effect, if you look in history, with the trauma? Like, it kind of made us, like, have individuality or separate from each other. Like, when you talk about the Holocaust and the Jewish community, if you will, I know I'm, murky waters here.
Right.
It brought them together.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean,
when we went through slavery, it was every man for himself. The house Negro, the field Negro. Like, I'm snitching on him. Like, why didn't that trauma unite us as black people, but other ethnicities and other races, it brought them closer together? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, you can't really. I mean, you can, but the space in between the start of slavery and the end of slavery, between the what? How long was World War II?
Started
in the 50s, didn't it?
1945.
45
to I don't remember.
I think it was like
52.
Alexa.
50.
Alexa. When did World War II end?
52, 53.
The Second World War ended in 1945.
Ended in 45.
Yeah, ended in 45.
So when was World War I?
I think it started in
1914, 1916, 1914.
So what was the Cold War?
Cold War was
about
between U.S. and Russia.
Yeah,
that wasn't really a war.
That was a Cold War.
Yeah, space race, nuclear, manufacturing.
Yeah. I forgot what I was talking about.
You were talking about. We digress. You were talking about the how slavery, the span of slavery.
Yeah. So slavery was a lot longer than. Oh, that's what we were trying to figure out the years for. The 5. We're gonna say 5 years. That how long the World War II? You want to say 5?
Yeah, we give 5. The span?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going with 5. And the 5 years of the Holocaust, 5 years with somebody bonds you, like, if y'all survive and get out, bonds you a lot harder than generations of slavery.
Well, are you talking about slavery between black people, or are you talking about what was happening to the Jews? Because slavery was 1865. That's when it got abolished. That's Civil War.
Well, no, we're talking about the effects of the trauma bonding.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like, if I were to say I went to the Holocaust, right? Mm-hmm. And I got out. And then I met somebody else years later with that also survived.
Same experience.
That same experience between them is the number that's tattooed on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine seeing that and was like, that person went through the same thing that I went through.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're like closer because of it.
So to his question, do you feel like
That's
we
what trauma bonding
did?
is to me.
Do you feel like we did get closer though to his question? Because he's asking why do we feel like we're separated?
And
Like,
I'm
why
saying
did-
that slavery
the
was
time span.
Yeah, the slavery was like
Because we
way-
never got out. Like,
Yeah.
you only bond when you get out of it, and then you can talk about it.
Right,
Mhm.
So,
right.
yeah.
After you're
So
over the situation.
slavery's just too long,
long.
for because we, we were first like on Africa, like, oh shit, like we got to stick together. And
Yeah,
then-
in the beginning we was bond.
but then
yeah.
we start going to like Georgia and Florida. And
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go to the Quentin Dickey mining company. They gonna
Right.
give you a number.
I want to stay in Candyland.
They gonna give you a
Right.
sledgehammer.
Right.
You-
And two, I believe that as far as in the slave, like we couldn't show that. Even if we did bond, it was a weapon that the slave master would use to inflict pain on you, because you couldn't show that you
had
cared for
connections,
somebody. 'Cause
exactly.
they'll use that to
Yeah.
like, I'm ripping you away from them, or I'm like, so you just had to be like,
I definitely think the perfect analogy for this that we're talking about is Django Unchained, right?
yeah.
What?
'Cause
Yeah.
let-
yeah. Oh,
let's
because
dissect it. Let's dissect it.
they got separated. They're the husband and wife.
Right, but there's a lot of the untrauma bonding that we're talking about, where you're talking about one, them getting separated just because they were married. Then you got the black slaver that hold on. What's the line? Something wrong with your eye, boy?
Boy.
Do it.
No,
Say
sir.
it. No, sir.
No.
You want a boot heel in it? No, sir.
You better keep your goddamn eyes
Keep
off
them
me, bro.
eyes off me, bruh.
Y'all,
And
Yeah. Boy, Django had that. He had that.
them lines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
go home
then-
and watch that.
Oh, man. Netflix. Go
And
ahead.
and then you got Samuel L. Jackson, the head house nigga.
Oh.
You know, talking
Boss.
to Django like,
Boss
what
dog
is you
house
doing?
nigga.
Right.
So it's you can see there was no, hey, we're all black, we got to stick together in this
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
There was none of that in this movie because they were so.
So would y'all say that each person in the, let's just say slave encompassed in the slavery had their own agenda? There was no unity. It was always about their own personal survival. Because in the movie, you got to see, I mean, Django didn't necessarily depend on anyone, but he did receive help from those that he didn't necessarily have the great relations with, i.e. the people he was like, you want a boot heel in it, ended up getting their help eventually, you know?
No,
So-
I thought he got ate by dogs.
No, that was another dude, bro. He only had like 2 seconds in the movie. This is not. They're not the same people.
Look mighty similar, dog.
No, that's racist. That's racist.
You know how all black people look alike. There's three.
I don't look
three
like you. You
Jamals
don't
in
look
this-
like me. No,
There's three Jamals in this room
absolutely
right now.
not.
That's
Okay.
the only thing that bonds us.
I
We
look
got the
like
same
me.
nose.
We got the
Yeah.
same name.
It's 3 Jamals.
We got the same name.
Yeah.
I bet you I got a different face. God dang it. But
Look,
yeah.
Trying to say all black people look alike?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
What?
saying.
Absolutely not.
That's exactly what
Absolutely.
I'm saying. We cannot sit up here and lie to ourselves.
That was another thing me and you talked about before. The fine line in between stereotypes and culture.
Okay.
It's a fine line. So where do you draw the line? I'm asking you all. I have my personal theory and
good
philosophy
question.
on where you draw the line, but what is the difference, or where do you draw the line between stereotypes and culture?
A stereotype to me is if you point out something that an individual does and you have a perspective that the entire culture, or not culture, ethnicity does that, like, i.e. a black person steals. All black people steal. That's a stereotype. Or this black person likes watermelon, the other person likes watermelon. That's, to me, a stereotype.
Right.
A culture is something that's kind of embedded in all of us. You know, you're not basing your opinion based off of one person. It's something that we all do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That and giving an answer off the top of my head, that's where I would go with that. You know.
Right.
I always thought a stereotype was, it's like an average. Say, I'm gonna go with the Asian bad drivers. When you see so many, of one thing, You, let's say, Asians crashing.
Bad drivers.
The first thing you thinking,
You know,
is
is even in Family Guy.
Right.
She said,
okay.
Right.
I turn now. You know,
Okay.
good look everybody else. So that
Just had Family Guy on.
yeah, I did just have Family Guy on. But do you see that whenever you see something that averages out the norm, that's what's considered a stereotype for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the culture?
And then I mean, culture happens in that stereotypes mother country. You can't have. I mean, yeah, you have like the little Italys and the little Japans here, but it all roots back to the mother country.
So the origin.
The origin.
okay.
So you can only have culture in the origin. Everything else is a mix of everything else.
Right.
So, I mean, here in America, you know, we're blended together, right? So at one point, would you say, you know, if a white person came to you and said, hey, you know, you must like fried chicken or whatever like that, would you be like, oh, okay, he's not being, you know, racist or whatever?
But I do like fried chicken.
I mean, yeah, would you be like,
so
don't black people like fried chicken? Would you be like, oh, he's racist?
know you want some chicken.
I'd be
Right.
like, okay, obviously, yes, I do like chicken. Like, it's in the kitchen. Like,
See, he got a box of
yeah.
Popeyes.
He couldn't
Shout out Popeyes.
yeah.
couldn't resist that.
I almost said ba-da-ba-ba-ba. No. But, I mean, yes, it's a stereotype, but yes, it's also true. Like, you can't be refuting fact just because it's kind of true. Because it happens with a lot of us.
Okay.
I believe that the key difference in between culture and stereotype, from my personal opinion, is the condensation of which it exists, and then the limitations upon said culture.
I need
or whatever.
elaboration. That sounds pretty good.
Like,
Elaborate.
okay, saying that you're only this or you're only that, or having most stereotypes are gonna be negative.
Right.
Like,
It's
you
part of
know,
the joke.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the intent, the intent.
Okay.
And you can, you know, use intent in a lot of things, and it leads to semantics. But I believe that you only like gold chains, you only play basketball, that's where the stereotype part comes in.
Right.
Like, you're only this or you're only that, and it's not giving the other side to the culture or the ethnicity or the race, and it's just encapsulating.
It's
just
taking bits and pieces
Right.
of culture and
Right.
putting it into that one.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I do like fried chicken. Yes, I do like gold chain. Yes, I do like basketball.
Preach.
But I also like reading books. I also like producing. I also like learning and things.
Going
So
parts, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're not just identified with the mass.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, you have your own identity.
Right.
That's,
Stereotyping.
stereotyping.
Your own person.
Yeah, stereotyping kind
Has
of robs
limit.
you of that.
It has limits.
Yes, it robs you of your own
I
identity.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
You know, have y'all ever just, you know, had a day and you're just thinking of a controversy in your head and you're arguing both topics, you know, both sides in your head, you know? Y'all ever had one of those?
Yeah.
I had that today.
Yeah.
And it came from when I held the door open for a lady, right? And I was just thinking, you know, way back, that would be like, oh, he's very chivalrous. And I was thinking, oh, man, people think chivalry is dead, right? But then I started to think, is chivalry only, quote unquote, alive when the female acknowledges that you're being chivalrous? You know? Like, why can another guy say that chivalry is alive when it really just depends on the person that you're being nice to?
You're being chivaled too.
Exactly.
I thought that was the definition. It was like a part of courting a woman, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but
She has to acknowledge.
Yeah, does she have to acknowledge it for it to be alive?
for it to exist.
Yeah, you know, when people say chivalry's dead, does that mean like women just don't care about it anymore? You know, like what would you say?
There's a sense, because now we got to be careful on what we say.
Okay,
We are now on on child's mode.
as he would say, murky water.
We love you, ladies.
Of course,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Of course,
hit
we
us
just
up
sometimes don't understand. But
if you want to hear the sexy voice anywhere else. You know.
D. Williams.
wow, they are in my ear once again. In my ear.
I'm sorry.
Just tickling that little drum in there, running it.
We digress.
Okay.
What?
You know, I'm gonna pass this on to Knuckles over here. I'm gonna pass this.
He has no
Okay.
answer.
Yeah.
As far as chivalry being alive, only if women acknowledge the fact that men are being chivalrous.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I mean, I'm sorry, not to.
no,
cut you off.
go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say y'all are in, you know, just a random place, and y'all decide to do something nice.
Hold on.
What in tarnation?
Vibrated the whole floor.
This is the cleanest the cleanest Charger I've ever seen, but also very loud.
My gosh, my feet still vibrating. We on the second floor.
Has to be an SRT.
It's a very cool black guy.
SRT. A cool black guy.
It's
Get
a
him
very
in
cool
here,
black
bruh.
guy.
Get him in.
Racist.
He wears purple pants like he's Kid and Play.
I can't even see it. I gotta stand up for this.
He's racist.
We'll be right back. I mean, I'm not pausing it, but we'll be right back onto the main.
We're gonna go see if he can join the podcast.
That
Until
everything you said was just so racist. A black guy, Charger. It's just,
You painted the picture so
Stereotype.
easily, right? We just talked about it, man.
Hey,
he's cool with a Charger, and he's a black guy.
Just had to emphasize that, guys.
Is
Is
that
it-
culture?
is
Right.
it our fault that we like Chargers? Is it our fault or is it Ford's? Huh?
Hey, man.
It's
This-
Dodge. It's Dodge.
Oh yeah, it's Dodge.
Dodge,
Challenger.
Dodge Charger. But
I'm still on car number 1.
Honda.
I don't know why we like Chargers. Oh, look at this.
Uh-oh.
Look at this.
Go ahead.
Look at how. And what were we were talking about the women in the chivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just a quick interjection. Why is every freaking car that we're locked up in to go to jail becomes the most popular fucking car? Impalas was popping. We were the police car was an Impala. Then Chargers. Like why
I
is
didn't make that correlation.
Niggas
I never made that
love
correlation.
the police car?
It's to, it's
There's
to be
a-
like, nah, this
Yeah.
is mine.
There's
This
a
is mine.
So this feels right at home. When you're in the back seat of the motherfucking handcuff, huh?
We're like, I'm cooling, bro.
Coolin'.
I've never been in the backseat of my own
With your
car before,
Charger,
right?
With no seat in the back.
Except them SUVs. You never see them in them SUVs.
So if a
They
car,
be in like Escalades.
so if a cop
Right.
started to
Grand Marquises. Remember? We loved Grand Marquises at one point. And that was the cop car
Can't
on
put an
24s,
Can't put
Crown Vics.
can't put an image to the name, bro.
You can't.
Nah.
Hold on.
The Grand the remember like in the early 2000s, I know I'm a little older than you guys, the Grand Marquis in the Crown Vic on the 24
Can't put an
Hold
image
on.
to the name,
I got you.
bro.
I got you.
I
I'm pulling
can't-
it up.
That was the shit.
I'm pulling it up
Like
right now.
2000. What was this? Like
Man is
2008?
passionate about this, bro.
Yes, 2008, 9, 10, 11, niggas
That
was
car was
rolling
heat.
through.
Let me see what
on
he
Crown
talking about,
Vics,
bro.
And those are the police cars.
Let me see what he talking about. Those
Yeah.
looks like my dang
They
car
was
right now.
popping on 24s, like back in. I know I'm a little older.
That car is dated.
It was the
Yeah.
Marauders. It was the.
Wasn't that car in Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the car that was riding in Rush Hour.
This was the.
What's the name car?
Grand Marquis.
Grand Marquis and Crown Vics. You don't know about
Nah,
Crown Vics?
bruh.
What?
I'm pretty sure the Ice Cube song about it.
Yes.
No, I
maybe
have
it's
no
just
idea.
maybe it's just an Oak Cliff thing.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
Kendall know about it.
No, I don't.
Y'all-
mean,
I thought you know. I thought you
was
knew
raised-
what the car this was,
I
bruh.
just know what car it looks like.
If you had
Oh.
this in Oak Cliff in 2000,
You was-
anywhere between 7
You was the
and,
cleanest man on the
and
block.
12,
Cleanest man on the block.
It was a magnet, you would say,
My goodness.
where you didn't have to open the door for the women.
Them heads
Full
turned.
Yes.
circle.
full
So chivalry.
yes.
She's I'm
opening
chivalrous
her
with
own
this car.
Let's do that. Let's go
What?
on that. So how
Snap.
come do you feel like you have to open the Grand Marquis door for the girl?
In my personal opinion, I don't think you should be opening the door every time we get in the car. Now, if we're going to like a special event or if it's a special day, yes. Okay, but if we're going to Captain D's, okay, and like there's no reason for me to get on the other side. Like, but if I'm going in somewhere and I'm already on my way in, yeah, hold the door. But we're leaving somewhere and we're leaving like Dollar Tree. It's no reason for me to run my merry ass. And she's just here's my whole thing. And I love women. I love my women dearly. Dearly, dearly, dearly. I will
felt
fight.
that dearly.
I will die protecting and loving and fighting for my women.
Talk about it.
My whole thing is this. You guys have the same
Arms,
limbs
legs
that we have. The only difference between you guys is a little hormone and reproductive organs. That's it. That is it. So you got 5. You got 10 fingers, 10 toes. You got 2 arms. You got 2 legs. Now,
so many girls just scoffed listening to this bet.
Now I understand the woo. Hit him with the woo woo. I understand that. I understand the woo factor.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
But there's a time and a place, and this is why I believe that the chivalry has been what do you say?
Downplayed?
Exactly, oversaturated because certain men were doing it so much to where it didn't mean anything anymore.
Right.
No longer
it didn't
special.
mean anything.
It was just mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
So it became the standard for them.
right.
They got used to it so much.
So we
like,
spoiled them.
Yeah.
It spoiled them.
Oversaturated to where it don't even mean nothing.
So how do you court a woman now then?
No, see, they say you're only as good as your last good deed. They forget all the rest.
Yep.
Every time.
Well, with that standard, I can't imagine how you can court a woman now. You know, they always expect to be treated like
A blunt.
your wallet.
Some kush. I got some kush.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
Watch them start shaking. Watch them buckle. Watch them buckle. A blunt.
They don't even want the money.
watching
They want a
old,
blunt.
look, watching old things now, like getting into watching Martin, but as like a 20-year-old that can see like things differently, it never changed.
Oh,
It was always like this.
yeah.
Man.
I thought this was a new wave of women. I was like, what is going on? But no, they've always been like this.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes depending on your interaction with women, it does seem like it is a new wave of women. It's just when you try to go about courting one, you can't be chivalrous because they just either expect it or they think it's too dorky. It's too nice. The nice guys finish last type deal, you know?
That's when it becomes that's the cat and mouse game. You got to pretend you don't want her and all that type stuff.
But why? And even that's delicate. You know, you play that game
That's
too
a delicate
strong.
game.
They
That's
pull
a
away.
game to get you hurt.
My neighbor, he told me the coldest analogy ever. He said that courting women is like playing tag, right? You're the chaser, they're the runner. They will keep running as long as you chase, right? They will keep running. But as soon as you stop, they come looking. You know, they turn around, they slowing down. They're like, where'd he go?
Because
You know?
what am I doing? Just running from nothing.
Right.
I look
Right.
stupid.
Exactly.
I refuse to make me look stupid.
Exactly.
So she baits him back in.
And it's
Ooh,
just
man.
a full circle every time. So what happens when that person finally is caught? Is the game over? Is the game boring?
The thrill is gone.
You always have to be chasing, or you always have to have the illusion of a chaser.
Yeah. Just knock some shit over and then pick it up. Create some shit. Knock some shit over to have something to clean up.
Right.
So you basically start some shit. What? I didn't
Keep
even
them
say
interested
Yeah.
You gotta make it
by
spicy.
making your own problems.
Yeah.
1 month randomly just go to the
Yeah.
gym mad hard, lose 15 pounds.
Yeah,
She's like, what is he doing?
Right.
Is he getting ready to leave? He's not getting ready to leave.
Pack a bag. That's the pack a bag. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
my shit is always bad.
And it's on the left. It's on the left, like the girl Beyonce
Hell
said.
yeah.
Yeah, go cry about it to Beyonce.
Right.
She told you where to
How
put my
much
stuff.
of that is sus? Like, how much of that is sus? Like me and my fiance, I just got engaged. Clap
Oh,
it.
congratulations!
Hey,
Snap, snap, snap.
we
Yeah.
digress. Welcome
I
to
just
the
got
to the
engaged.
new
After 20 years, might as well gonna get married.
20
All right,
years.
Hey, it's all good.
Jesus.
Yes.
Did you give her a
But-
promise ring?
No, I got an engagement ring. Matter of fact.
said, "Skip that."
You're skipping the engagement.
A few carat water. Water.
Something to let her know she's special.
A
Yeah.
little water on the
Which
on
we
the-
have
on
to
the
do
finger.
too.
Oh,
We do have to make yours.
My fiance, like when she does things different, it brings up sus in my opinion. Like if you're doing anything out of the norm and you don't like delegate that to me, and I just see change, my mind automatically goes to cheating. I don't care if you start putting on makeup. Okay, say like this, and this is just an analogy. Say you were just blah 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 blah, and you were at work and you worked there for 6 months to a year. Then after the year, the next month or it's a new month or whatever, you start just fixing yourself up going to work. I don't work with you. Yo, now you're putting on makeup and
hold on.
Why is this? See, that's sus to me.
Why you start brushing your teeth in the morning?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on with that?
Even
too many showers.
Because you're trying to wash something off, obviously.
Yeah, like you don't normally.
Sex don't smell good.
Come in and inspect your woman. Like, hold on. Before you hop in that shower, let me see what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Then they'll turn around and say, "You're psycho."
Okay.
No, you're just observant.
So
like, you just looking at you like 4 showers a day.
So if
what?
If
we do pay water bill.
If your fiance came home, right?
Uh-huh.
She's been working at this job for, let's say, like 10 years, right? 10 years she's been doing the same routine.
Uh-huh.
January 1st, 12:01. She said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spice it up a little bit. Let me get this wardrobe, hit Fashion Nova for a little bit, got the makeup, bop. I'm looking good.
Hold on. Who bought that?
He did. Let's just say he did. Okay.
So then he would have been hip towards the second palette of makeup. Like, hold on, what you want?
I just hit her off with the money. I didn't know what she got.
What? Okay, and she got stuff.
You're not asking.
Hit it
Right.
hit it with the.
But she got all that right.
Right.
And she's like, I'm gonna do this for me, and I'm going to work like this. Would you be like, what you mean you going to work like that? What was the problem? You
No,
know
I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
be. No, I wouldn't be. Because, like I said, you delegated that to me. There was a communication. There was like, I'm doing this, and then you let me know, and then you did it. But then you just wake up one day and just start sprucing, going to a blue-collar job, mind you, and you never did it before. Sus.
That's
is
a red flag.
SUS.
That's a red flag.
But that does beg the question.
Trying to get a promotion or something?
That does beg the question. Either her just sprucing herself up just for her, or sprucing herself up to leave you. You paid for both of those.
I paid for my own demise.
You paid for your own demise.
Man was putting down bills to get left in the dust.
Like, thanks for all these clothes that I'm gonna leave you.
Thanks for making me look better so I can leave you.
That's unfortunate, bro.
That's crazy.
My gut hurts now, man. Like, dang. Future wife, if you're listening to this, I promise you that ain't gonna fly.
Hey,
Oh my
I'm
God.
opening the line of credit, and we splitting the bill.
I'm keeping.
I made you,
journal.
bitch.
I want it all back. I want it all back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling out the notepad. Okay? January 3rd, I done paid for your meal.
Oh, I'm taking that to Judge Mathis, not Judge Judy.
Yeah. Don't
Judge
you
Judy
get
ain't
text
paying
alert, mobile alerts? That's your automatic receipt right there. Bling, bling. Oh, yeah.
Sephora,
This shit was you.
320. Sephora, 320. Yep, decline it.
Unfortunate, bro.
4 for 4 yesterday. I want that back.
My gosh. My gosh.
All that.
Oh, and
Well,
the food.
that's why-
the food costs, man.
That's why I think it's imperative that you get a woman who also pays for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want that in a partner. Be like, hey man, you don't have to pay for everything. Let's
Exactly.
either split or I treat you.
Split or
Right.
we split?
Never. Be like, hey, are you gonna pay for dessert? No. Split tab right there. You know what I'm saying? Split
Like, you're
tab.
not gonna put in
Yeah.
nothing.
They,
No.
What they call that? Going Dutch.
What?
It's
Going
called-
Dutch?
It's called going Dutch.
What is?
When you go on a date and the man pays for himself and the woman pays for herself, it's called going Dutch.
I never heard of that.
I thought it was you paying for yourself.
Right. I thought we just split the tab. I thought that's what that was.
Or
Google
it's called you're never getting a second date.
Going Dutch. Google it.
You can't go Dutch and get a second date.
Why
There's
not?
no
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you
I
can.
promise you.
Yeah, you can. Hey.
after after a lot of research,
Bro.
if you do not pay for the whole first date, you will not get a second date.
I have something to debunk that. Because I went on a date and we split the tab. I didn't pay for everything. Second date Thursday. Okay? Second date is
this
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So we haven't.
Bro,
Okay.
but it's already been confirmed.
Was it a
though.
date or did y'all meet each other up there? Like, did y'all meet
the
up
date-
there or did y'all? Was it a date?
Does
or
a date require that I pick her up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like,
A date, I gotta pick her up.
y'all met up there.
Yeah. Outing. So is that an outing?
An
that
outing
just
is
a
when y'all
regular
meet
outing?
up. An outing's when
Did
y'all
y'all
meet up.
know each other before
Like
the
we
place?
met and then we met at the place. Like when we initially met, that was a separate day than when we actually met at the place. If you following me.
So she gave him his number, and then they talked for a little bit, and then they went out on a date.
And you got a second date?
I got a second one, man. Great impressions are great.
Okay. You need to.
But
First things are always
So here's
he's good. He's good.
But I'm not gonna put words. I'm not gonna put thoughts in your head or words in her mouth. But I think she only sees you as a friend now.
Why?
I believe firmly that if you want to initiate the act of courting a woman, the first date has to be paid for.
Wow.
Or else she will only see you as this was a friend date.
Amen.
I don't
friends
know.
now.
I don't know because I did say that I would pay for whatever that we did right when it happened. We went bowling. I said, "Oh, okay, I'll get the tab." She was like, "No. Let's split it.
She said let's split it.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay. I mean, like I don't mind paying." And then we went to get some food and I paid for that. And then we went to the movies and I had already paid for that because I paid online before. And then we got food at the movies, and I just put my card in there. She took the bill, put hers in there. So it's not like I didn't initiate paying. She just kind of, grandfathered in her part. So
Some women like to show out though.
Yeah, that's
Like
like,
they
like a
some
very,
women like to show out and show like they'll shit on you. And I don't mind being a toilet for the day. I really don't.
this man, you are clever with the words, my friend. You are clever with the words.
Bars.
You found a good one.
Yeah, bro. But to be honest, I don't think.
To be fair,
I think there's more women like that out there. If I'm being honest, I think there are more women like that. The ones who are willing to put in their share, they just only require that the guy they're with, they're a well put together guy. They don't take advantage of that.
you gotta have your shit together.
Exactly. Don't take advantage of my kindness or whatever like that. And it should be vice versa. So I feel like women are becoming more, cooperative. There's more of a what's the word that compromise.
Right,
Okay. They compromise more.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like that's the direction we're kind of heading in.
It's all just us trying to find our way through. I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing, but like first wave feminism, when as soon as women like earn the right to vote and all that stuff, they started realizing that we don't have to be the housewives anymore. That we can go find a job and actually bring in money. So it's a shift between the women now, where it's like, no, not now, but the women trying to find their place as in not only the mother but the breadwinner.
In the occupation.
It takes a while for guys to try to find their place where it's like, oh, I don't have to be the sole breadwinner. Like I can do something that I want to do, rather than doing that. So they have to find their they got to find themselves in doing that.
It's
That
like a
was long-winded.
catch-22 though. It's kind of like a catch-22
On both sides, yeah.
Because not saying that women can't go out and work and be successful and they don't have dreams and aspirations and goals just like anybody else does, but you have to find an equation that can solve the problem for the home. Now, what is the woman without the what is the home without the woman? If she's out work, like how do you maintain a home when the woman is the one who basically maintains the home? If she's not in the home, if she's not happy, if she's not doing the things that it takes to sustain the home, because the man really doesn't. He builds the home,
like the nurture of the, like keeping the house together.
Like how is it a home if she's always gone? Now now you see in the present day, a lot of women don't give a damn about being at home no more. They don't give a damn about being home.
Okay.
So there's houses and there's buildings and there's
So-
but there's not a lot of homes.
So you're saying women are the heartbeat of the home,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
and with the heartbeat gone, it's not a
Gone.
home.
It's a dead.
Yeah.
It's just a.
See, the mentality that I'm starting to gather is most women that I've encountered, they don't have that family value instilled. They don't realize like they don't want kids. You know,
Right.
they want to live the life of, you know, individuality, right?
Right,
They
right.
want to have their own hustle. They want to have their own freedom. They don't
Fun.
want to be burdened
Fun.
by, you know, a family.
Right.
And, you know, to each their own respect no matter what. But in regards to them being the heartbeat of a home, they just don't feel like it's their responsibility anymore. You know, it's their
Whose is it?
right. They don't feel like it's their, I don't want to say problem, but
Right.
it shouldn't be their problem.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you know, that's too much.
Well, that's when you get to their argument of like, well, then what do men do? Where it's like, all you do is provide the money, and I have to do all this stuff. Well, then if I have my own money, then you're useless.
Right.
So we have to be like,
Yeah, get the man out of the equation. They're getting the man out of the equation,
Right.
Because they're getting to the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they can get the money and they have that heartbeat, they feel they don't
need
us.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, where do the children come into play, right? You don't need the man, but you got everything. You're self-made, you know. Where do the children come into play? I feel like this is going
That's where time comes in play. Because you can't have a
Elaborate.
full-time job with kids. Those kids will die. They're like,
Right.
I only see you at 8 o'clock at night.
right.
And then you're gone by the morning. Like, I'm hungry in here. So, like, there needs to be somebody to be taking care of kids.
Would that be then the man, you know?
Well,
like,
then that's where the modern family comes in. Mom has a job, dad has a job. Off days, you know, somebody's home with the kids.
The
until-
compromise.
Yeah, compromise.
But who really has the power? Like, who really has the power? I'm by no means am I a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. But who actually has the power to determine what a home is? I say the powers that be, the government, because they're making it to where it's almost you have to have two incomes to even survive.
in
So
this day, yeah.
how can the woman not go out and work? Because to even have the life that she even thought about, let alone dreamed of, there has to be two incomes.
right.
So who's setting the standard for the price of living? The higher things go up, the more time people have to spend outside of the house. So who is orchestrating the home?
Right.
The powers that be. If rent goes up, say rent is $1,000 a month
You have to.
today.
You have
Say
to
they
le-
bump it up to $2,000 a month next year. There's no way one person can just stay at home.
Right.
So who's orchestrating this?
It's like it's set up to where you have to leave the house less to stay in it less, because you're leaving the house less. You're leaving the house more.
Yeah, I think you said that kind of wrong.
Okay,
Leave the
you're-
house more
you're
to
leaving
stay
the
in
hou-
it less.
There
Right,
we go.
yes.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. Well, I hear what you're saying, right? I like to think in a perfect world, if that were to happen, inflation works both ways. If the cost of living goes up, then you get paid more, right? That's what I would like to think. But to keep on the hypothetical that, you know, rent becomes $2,000 and it's a 2 people house, or like 2 people living in the house, plus you got a kid. Yeah, both parents got to go and make their grind, right?
Right.
I'm more concerned about where the priorities lie in regards to raising your child. If your child never gets to see you, if you never have that relationship with your child, then they become subjected to learning everything about life by the streets, by someone else.
Totally agree.
Would you want your child, your own flesh and blood, to learn everything that they would need to know about life by someone else that you have no encounter with, by the streets? You know,
Call me a bad guy, but I'd rather him be I'd rather than be in a big house lonely than out in the streets.
well, I'm
And
not
then
saying
I hope that I've raised my child well enough to know good sense and to find good people,
raise them how though when you're
like
not
having
there.
good company around them.
When you're not there though.
I have a perfect babysitter. His name is PlayStation. That's how he's learning everything from
Hey.
Sony. Sony is a good damn parental.
Yeah, you can sit up for that one. Actually, yeah, I concur.
You got YouTube.
I concur. Got Netflix,
Netflix.
Hulu,
That's my little boy.
podcast.
Podcast, We Digress podcast, all
Yeah,
platforms.
you know, we will teach your kid a thing or two.
That's
Okay.
my son. He's not an outdoorsy person. I'm trying to get him to exercise, but he don't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
And when
Oh,
you
do you
think
actually have
about
a
it-
son? You actually have a son?
Yeah, he's 10.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm a
Cool.
father.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
That's neither here nor there. That's speculation. That's neither here nor there.
Everyone on this podcast is 21.
And up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Upward of 21.
Right.
Okay, back to it. All right, so
He's going to ask me that every podcast. How old are you?
How
So
old
you're
are
going to
you?
catch me on one of them. You're going to catch me on one.
Right.
yeah, about
68, nigga. 68, all right?
So
Damn it. You got it.
Like, God. And you just not getting married?
Holy God. Yeah.
young.
God dang.
Lovebirds.
Right. No, but games, I feel like teach your kid a lot. If you are a parent and you don't let your kid play video games,
Yeah.
you are robbing them
Of childhood.
of a childhood number one, and how to have a roundabout personality number two.
You know how much games taught me? I learned how to move my thumb real fast.
Right.
This generation thumb is off the chain.
Bro,
Going
off the
crazy.
chain.
Texting,
That-
video
going
game?
crazy.
Bro, the little finger swipe, no, the hand swipe thing where you do that.
Yeah.
You know what else that taught us?
What?
Hey now, you're a rock star.
Okay.
You get your game on.
Yeah.
Go.
You know, you remember when my parents told me this, I think, once upon a time. They were like, playing video games will not get you anywhere in life. And not even a decade later, well, maybe a decade, give or take, a man named Booga won $3 million off of a video game. $3 million. You know how long my parents been working to get mortgage?
I'm gonna do a little dry promotion here. King Nicholson Gaming. That's my son's channel. King Nicholson Gaming.
Go check him out.
Yeah, a little segue. Dry promotion.
Go check him out. I'm irritated.
I just want this to be known. Jason is actually one of the best Mario Kart players in the world.
Shut up.
I'm not gonna brag or anything like that, but
You don't want to smoke.
I love when people say that, right? I love when people say that.
No.
If I get Yoshi,
When I say
fucking you up.
one of the best in the world,
I love when people say that, bro.
hey, we got the
Because
Switch right now.
King Koopa.
You
and Yoshi.
don't want any of what I got, bro.
We got the Switch right now.
People always feel the need to challenge me
No
when they
pressure.
figure out how
I can tell
cold
my girl
I am.
Alexa to
Man.
switch it right now.
It's literally. I don't want to hand you an L when we having such a good day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I'm not a gamer.
Hey,
I'm not
we're-
even gonna lie, but
We're at time
Mario
now, so
Go-Kart?
we can stop whenever. We're way over 45 minutes, so if y'all want to stop and run it now,
exhausted all time. No, I'm not a gamer. I'm not a fucking gamer.
He
I'm
wasn't
to
about it,
man,
bro.
listen,
I'm a producer.
As I
wasn't
stay
about
chilling on the
it.
couch, my heartbeat did not go up not one bit, bro.
Knuckles
He wasn't.
Beats.
I'm sorry.
Another dry promotion. Knuckles Beats. I'm a producer, not a gamer.
Knuckles Beats,
He does it all.
producer / gamer.
He does it all.
Knuckles Beats,
His
producer
IG,
/ gamer.
Facebook,
His-
YouTube.
His son will have a gaming channel. He will be a producer. Okay, go check out the family.
Yes.
Go check out the family.
And
man.
all this is done in the house. You don't have to be out in the streets. You don't have to.
Negative.
I get so much. Like my baby. Well, she's not my baby mother anymore. My fiance. Okay.
Oh man, we
Snapping
up
for
there.
that. Snapping for that. We put rings on things.
Yes.
We put
Yes.
rings on women.
Water.
2021.
Water.
Not in 20. Not me.
Water.
Not this year.
She's more of a going out type of person. Like I don't like to go. I used to, but I've gotten old. I don't like to go out.
How old?
She's like, all right, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Almost got
Okay.
him. I'm gonna get him.
Never gonna get me. But I don't there's no reason. Like I'll post something and I'll get like, say like in an hour, I get like 5,000 views, 3,000 views, 2,000 views, or like 900 views or whatever. It depends on what I post or what day or what time it is. But she rags on me for not going out and not being, I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? I just reached 3,000 people today. You going out doing whatever you're doing, I guarantee you're not going to reach 3,000 people and actually have them sit down, listen, and look at, like, you can drive around or go have drinks or whatever, but I've done basically more than you've done today. in all week that
Right.
you're gonna do off of one post,
Right.
one video.
'Cause you're
so
helping
I
your own
don't
revenue.
need to go out like that. For what? It's a pandemic, people. Wear your mask. Don't forget to wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
A panoramic.
Yeah, it's a panorama.
It's a Panasonic out here, guys.
It's a pancake.
pandemonium.
Oh my goodness.
And we can get into that, but I don't know if y'all want to get into that next time. Pan, the Greek god Pan.
Oh, Pangea.
Yeah, Pan. It always it
Mass.
invokes. It's a lot of troubling things that go with Pan, like
really?
pandemic, panic. There's a lot of that prefix Pan. I don't know if y'all want to get into. You might get into.
Please.
Just look at the Greek god Pan, and Pan.
Hold on. Who is Pan?
Pan.
Yeah, you gonna have to explain that one.
Pan it was a Greek god of like mischief and war. Oh. So that's
Like
what
Loki in
kinda
Norse mythology.
But
Yeah,
he
but-
was a like trickster in mischief, but he was mischief in war. You said.
Pan created Loki in the evolution of the history of
the mythology.
of the Caucasoid race.
Okay.
He begot
Okay.
I thought
Loki.
I thought Loki was a Jotun.
Yeah. When you talk about the Nordic like culture, but it came from the Greek culture. So you know how you have different gods or whatever, but they spill over into different empires or different
Dynasties.
dynasties or origins or
Which
in
proves to the
time.
point that they all existed at some point, just
Right.
Under
you know,
different umbrellas.
Under
So you
different
got the
umbrellas.
Celtics and the Nordics, and then you have like the Greek Romans, and
Right.
then, but the Greek Romans came from, but they all have a similar
Background.
right. So Pan, he was like if you knew about like Egyptian, he's sought as like Set, if you know about Set and Heru, like or whatever. But he's like he's not a devil. He is a devil, but he's not a devil. He's just mischiefy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a mischief. That's why you get the Pied Piper and Peter Pan and if you look at Pan, just Google Pan or whatever, and you'll see him. He got his horns and he has a body of a man and like the upper torso is like a man, then the lower part's like a goat.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Okay, yeah.
the dude in Chronicles of Narnia.
He's like a centaur, minotaur,
Yeah.
or some shit
A minotaur,
like that.
I think.
Some shit.
No, Minotaur is the bull. Minotaur's the
Well,
bull.
I can put. I get
he's
the
a
image.
bull too because they're all in the horned family.
Well, goats have horns.
Yeah, they're in the horned. If you see the horns or whatever, like they always simulate horns to something that's, you
Kinda
got
evil?
not evil, but it's like
You never seen like Zeus with horns.
I kind of forgot the original point. I'm not gonna lie.
Pan.
mythical.
No,
They
no, no.
have horn like the ram, the bull, the goat. Anytime you have like an animal is going like that's mythical, is gonna be like horned.
Right.
It's gonna be like a horn. So, what were we talking?
That's what I'm saying. I forgot the original
So
point.
we were
What
talking
was-
about Pan and
We were
like,
talking about we were talking all about all the Pan words, and then I went off the prefix.
Oh, because the pandemic. Okay, yeah.
the
Okay.
the prefix.
I'm
of
all
Pan.
caught up. My bad.
That's what's
We
going,
digress.
That's going down. Yeah, we
Oh,
digress.
you want to digress? All right, let's
I'll
digress.
digress.
All right, guys, this has been another great episode of the We Digress podcast. Thank you for Knucklez coming through just to say hi.
My pleasure.
Yes, man. I
pleasure.
learned a lot in these 8 minutes.
58, dog. We're at an hour.
Likewise.
We did a good job.
This was amazing. I
Yeah,
liked it.
was.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Good conversations. We would love to have you back.
I would love to be back. I
Please.
would
Of
love
course,
to be
of course.
invited back anytime.
Please, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. We good. We
definitely.
good. All right. That good?
Yeah. Been your man, Jason.
All right. And this is also your host, Kendall Miller. We are
Yeah.
the We Digress podcast. We'll catch y'all later.
Logging out.